Hi, this is Rose and welcome back to my channel. Doing some more basics on this video. So I wanted to start with the same diagram that I did in the first three videos because it's a good little place to kind of bounce off of. So today I want to talk about love and solve. Versus fear. So when we're taking a perspective from the left eye viewpoint that I have referred to as the oculus sinister, left ourself, this can also be viewed as the abandoned self. There are many layers to the abandoned self. So, taking this little by little and kind of in an onion peel style, I think will bring some things together you may already have been working with or know. Again, for some people, this is, way different than where they're already at. For some people, this might be difficult to still understand. So if there's questions, please put them in the comments because I can do videos in so many directions with this. It's just meant to be a tool of something that's really been beneficial for me, and I really just wanted to share it in love. So fear is generally something that when we hold a perspective of fear and we're looking at something, we may only see the negative parts of it. So we could be looking at an individual and only be seeing the negative of what they're offering with their words. We may not be feeling love from that person, or we may not be in love with our relationship with self when we're perceiving them. So what that means is when we get to the point where more of our conscious self is over here, there is an easier flow to having conversations with other people because you're able to see the love within them, whether they're speaking it or not. So going back to fear, when we have perspectives from fear, they're coming from parts of ourself that we have left and that we're not aware of. And like I said again, this could be parts of the abandoned self. For instance, if you're looking at a person and you think that they're just disgusting, that everything they do is wrong, and you can't believe they even have friends or anyone would even associate with them, that's coming from something within us in our relationship to ourselves from this viewpoint. When we can look at them and see both the fear aspect and the love aspect, we know that we've stepped into not only the God eye, but we're able to look at it from a unity consciousness where both of these are unified. We can see the view of love and we can see the view of fear. And when we get to that point, it's very helpful because when we're conversing with someone else and they're talking about a subject that you might have already worked through and they haven't worked through it, and you can know that they're coming from that subject from a place of fear, it's easier to hold the love space with them and allow them to work through that. And sometimes silence is just the best thing, to allow them to express whatever it is they're feeling. It might be anger, it might be blame, something along those lines. There's so much I can say about the frequency of fear and love, but for this video, I just wanted to keep it real simple. The love vibration is a 9. And when you get into that vibration, when you've shed away enough of the fear, it'll take you so deep into that vibration that you can feel the solve or the solution before you even ask a question. So when most of this has dropped, it also drops the seeking, to seek, the question drops, the questioning, the idling drops. A lot of things will drop away. And that's part of the inner work. So I will be doing some videos that will be just about this, and some videos that will be just about this. What I'm talking about over here with the Crystal Christ energy, I wrote this out because some people follow different religions. Some folks, so whenever I was introduced to the idea of Christ, it wasn't from a religious aspect, and I'd always been in love with crystals, and one day I realized that these were connected, and that the Christ is part of us, and so is the crystal. When I'm talking about sin, I'm not talking about hellfire, brimstone. I'm just talking about a path that moves that kundalini energy in a downward direction. That downward direction feeds what we call the Moloch. And you can look these terms up. It's also part of a black goo that all of us are kind of working out now and getting ourselves cleaned up. Everything we experience over here may feel like it has been done onto someone, but I assure you that we've participated all along the way. Now, there is the idea of cause and effect in our reality. When we hold this perspective over here, someone might look at a situation or a person as the cause of, or something that's being done onto them. Versus over here, you see it through what I call the God eye. And when you see it through that eye, you know that it's moving through you, for you, like a projector. And when that love, that light that is unconditional love, is moving through you, it has to move through all these distortions that you hold. And the distortions are what I talk about over here. Distorted. They're all the ideas that fall into fear. When we have lots of fear and our energy is moving in a downward direction, it makes us very vulnerable for making decisions that create more fear or more circumstances that give us more fear. Versus over here, we're able to see with less distortion. So think about distortion is like a film or a contact over your eye that's got dirt on it. So the light comes in, and you can only receive as much of that light as the contact will allow in it. If it's got a lot of black goo and crud on it, you're going to get this refractory thing going on where it's like a prism of light. And so you make your perspective will pick up on that prism of light, and that prism of light will move through your own lens. And if you hold lots of fear, it can create little emotional responses, because your fear is going to connect with your own history, and your own history and experiences are where the distortedness is coming from. So I hope this video was helpful. I'll go ahead and end it here. I am going to be doing some more advanced videos that might be difficult to follow at first, but if you're watching the basic ones, eventually it'll kind of catch up. If you want to watch the advanced ones, that's fine too. It doesn't mean you can't watch them, because I haven't put all the basic ones up yet. But I kind of wanted to do 2 lanes of videos, some where I'm showing you the new current things that are coming through in my personal experience, and then these other ones are kind of here because it's helping me to gather not just the new information coming in. I read from a place of vibration and frequency, so it's helping me to put words into unification so that I can convey them. I can have real conversations with people, and instead of feeling like it being difficult to have just a plain authentic conversation. So that is doing these basic videos really helps me a lot, and your questions would be very, very helpful. Or if you have some input you would like to add, I'm sure that others watching these videos would love your input. No matter what your input is, it carries light. So someone could be passively judging. It could be judging in a direct way and not realizing that what they're saying in a passive way also carries light, because no matter what we actually do in action, it is still God. So I really wanted to say that it doesn't mean that you don't carry the light of God if you're having a perception from this point of view. It doesn't mean that at all. So I really wanted to make that point. I appreciate you watching my video. Thank you.